Here's something nobody tells you about planning. Your plan was never actually wrong. The problem is your plan was never real to begin with. Okay, so think about the last time you made a solid plan. Maybe a study schedule, a budget, a workout routine, a strategy for a big conversation. You thought it through. You wrote it down. It looked airtight on paper. And then real life happened, and the whole thing fell apart in like a day. Sound familiar? Most people's reaction to this is to blame themselves. They think, I must be bad at planning, or I just lack discipline. But here's the catch. That's almost never the real issue. The real issue is that you built your plan using a map, and then you tried to walk it through the actual territory. And a map is never the same thing as the ground it represents. This idea has a name. It's called the map is not the territory, and it comes from a thinker named Alfred Korzybski, a semanticist who studied how language and models shape the way we think. His whole point was simple but kind of mind-blowing once you get it. Any model, plan, description, or summary of reality is just a simplified stand-in for reality. It's useful, but it always leaves stuff out. Think of it like an actual paper map of a city. It shows you the roads. It does not show you the pothole, the traffic jam, the street performer blocking the sidewalk, or the fact that your phone died 5 minutes ago. The map is flat, clean, and predictable. The territory is messy, changing, and full of details nobody bothered to draw in. Now here's where this gets interesting, because this isn't just some abstract philosophy thing. A Prussian military strategist named Helmuth von Moltke figured out basically the same lesson, just from the battlefield instead of a classroom. He's the guy behind the famous line, "No plan survives contact with the enemy." And he wasn't saying planning is pointless. He was saying something sharper. He was saying your plan is a snapshot of your best guess before things get messy. The second real conditions hit, the plan has to bend, or it breaks you along with it. Let's make this concrete. Say you make a study plan for finals. On paper it's beautiful. 2 hours of math every day, 3 chapters a week, done by Thursday. That's your map. But the territory looks different. Your brain is fried after work. Your friend needs you for something urgent. The material is harder than you expected and takes twice as long. None of that was on your map, because your map was built in a calm, quiet moment, imagining a version of you with unlimited energy and 0 interruptions. That version of you doesn't exist. He never did. So people usually respond to this collapse in one of 2 broken ways. Either they throw out the plan completely and just wing it, which usually spirals into chaos. Or they get stubborn and force themselves to follow the outdated map exactly, even as the territory keeps changing underneath them, which just burns them out. Both reactions come from the same mistake. Treating the map like it's the territory itself. And here's the counterintuitive twist, the part that goes against your gut. You'd think a better plan means a more detailed plan. More steps, more precision, more control. But that's actually backwards. The fix isn't a more detailed map. It's building a plan that expects to be wrong. A good plan isn't rigid, it's a starting point you're willing to redraw the second new information shows up. Von Moltke's army didn't throw out planning, they built entire systems around updating the plan constantly as new intel came in from the actual battlefield. The map got redrawn in real time, over and over, instead of being treated as sacred. So what does this actually look like for you? Next time you build a plan, whether it's for studying, money, a relationship conversation, whatever, add one extra step at the end. Ask yourself, what details am I definitely missing right now, because I'm standing outside the territory looking at a map? You won't know exactly what they are, that's the whole point, but naming the fact that they exist changes how you build the plan. Leave buffer time. Leave buffer energy. Leave room for a bad day, a surprise, a wrong turn. Build flexibility into the plan itself instead of treating flexibility as a failure of the plan. And then, when reality inevitably throws something at you that wasn't on the map, don't panic and don't quit. Just redraw. Update the map to match the territory you're actually standing in, not the one you imagine from your desk. That's not you failing at planning. That's literally what good planning looks like in practice. See? So next time your plan falls apart on day one, stop asking what's wrong with you. Start asking what your map left out. The map was never the territory. Your job was never to follow it perfectly. Your job is to keep redrawing it until it finally matches the ground beneath your feet.